Hello everybody, welcome to week 4 of the Sunshine Autos TCR League. My mic is going to sound different because I had to move everything and this is just where it's going to be. And this time it's Spa-Francorchamps whatever. It's a 90-minute enduro now, not your 2 20-minute races, so keep that in mind. And without further ado, let's get into this craptacular lap. I suck at Spa, so this is just gonna be what it's gonna be. So we're gonna come out. Oh, and there's no audio because I thought I clicked the right button in OBS, but I didn't. So enjoy that. So here's the start-finish line. Going into the first hairpin, a little after the 100 board, we start braking. Use all of the track you can, get as close to the wall as you can, and carry as much speed as you can. All of which are kind of difficult to do at the same time. But I believe in you. Y'all got it covered. Here's Eau Rouge, whatever it's called. You want to lift a bit here. Get on that curb so you don't get the slowdown. By the way, this lap will be off-track free, so keep in mind that when we do the qualifying, you can't get on off-track. It doesn't... Off-tracks, we'll figure out where the actual track limits are for the race, but in order for qualifying to count, you can't get it off track. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna back up a bit because I was talking. That is a lot. Can I find like a good spot? Alright, this is good. So right when the curb starts is where I like to brake, down to 4th. You can go super fast through here. I'm going a little too fast, and I have a hard time getting the car all the way to the left over here, but it all worked out in the end. Use the curbs. You can get about that. That's about the max you can use on that outside curb. Brake at the curb again, down to 3rd. And this track is all about carrying that speed through the turns and using as much track width as possible. And avoiding all AstroTurf. As soon as you get onto the AstroTurf, you're done. It's an off track. So a little before that light to the right-hand side on the guardrails where I start trail braking, and you want to trail brake all the way through that first part of the turn in order to get on the accelerator as early as possible and not understeer wide at the exit there. I brake when I'm underneath the sign, down the 4th. I'm not sure. I try to take as straight a line as possible and slow down that little extra bit. I don't know if you want to maximize the exit on this turn here, but it seemed to work out. So try to take, like, this is like a fancy chicane, so you try to be as direct with your racing line as possible. That's my strategy. Experiment a little, I suppose. Maybe you want to hang a little more to the right and get a better exit out of this turn here. I don't think so, but alas, that's an option. I brake a little before the curb. I find when I brake on the curb, I'm always too wide and I get the off track here. And this is a big point where you want to maximize your entry, because it basically leads onto a long straight. And as you can see, I lift a little to get the car to turn. But it's basically lift as little as possible to carry as much speed as possible, because this section here is essentially just a giant straight. It's flat, even in the TCR. And here's where I really fuck up the lap. I choose to lift to get my car around here, but I just didn't lift at the right time. Whoops. And completely missed the apex. You'll see on the outside track view how much I beefed that. And there you go. Try not to go too wide there. Believe it or not, that's another big off track on the outside of this turn, as we're seeing for like the 4th time right now. Yeah, that's about maxing it out, I'd say. And here, like in between the 100 and the 50, maybe like a quarter of the way in between, we're gonna watch that again, because this is a very important braking zone to not fuck up, which I kind of mess up the turn here. So this curb, you hit it and you get this like ungodly noise, like you just like smashed your wheel on something. When you hear that, you're done. You've already lost a shit ton of speed and you've completely beefed it. And yeah, that big bounce is when all of that happened. So I get a decent exit, but you can see how much time I lose in the split. Actually, I think most of it was because I was braking too early. Well, and the crappy exit there didn't help. So yeah, probably in between the 100 and the 50 then. I get a decent exit. And all that leads to a 236.423. So almost 420. Missed it by 3 thousandths. What can you do? So anyways, I'm going to go and re-record the lap in the replay. So like, you're not going to have any of the heads-up display, but at least you'll have audio. And yeah, I'll go do the whole thing where you see the car on the outside. You can see where I place my car and where I can improve. That's the main thing I like about the overlay in the corner. You can see where I make mistakes, so you don't do that yourself. So there you go. See you on the track.